Hello everyone, this is a demo for Job AI enterprise work. This demo is for enterprise, for companies, solopreneurs, staffing agencies, and recruiters who are working in the space of recruiting, HR teams, so HR managers, headhunters, anybody who may be interested in looking for candidates or inserting this into their business. As you could see, this is built for recruiting agencies, staffing firms, corporate HR teams, talent acquisition teams, hiring managers, enterprise organizations. You could equally go in any industry you want. This is very helpful. It's there are so many features within it that you could use. For you to get your pricing, just fill a small demo of 2 minutes form. Based on what you need, it's going to show you your pricing or what you need. You could equally compare this with some of the names you know in the industry based on what they offer and what we do offer. So some of the known names in the industry, we did a comparison. I could take a look at what they offer and what Jobs AI Enterprise is offering. So you could take a look at this and compare it with the features you're currently looking. And we equally have a partnership program. You want a partnership with us. There's usually perks and opportunities for partnership. We can always talk. We equally have a blog where we constantly post things about what's happening in the industry, what's going on, any news that is happening, technological changes, and how recruiters are catching up, and how recruiters are faring. This was, you could read some of our articles, like how to set up hiring pipeline stages that work, what is a skill-based hiring, a 2026 hiring guide, or you could use any of these. Why recruiters misqualified candidates? Do you want to read this? You could go through our articles. It's going to tell you specifically what's going on and how recruiters can help themselves and avoid missing qualified candidates. So I have a blog post right there. You could equally book a demo with us and things like that. So there are so many features here that you could. We equally have a guide for people who need a guide how to use the tool or have questions. You can equally just ask the questions. One thing we could do is, based on this, it helps you. You could take a tour as well, like some of the basic tours. But once you sign in, let's sign in into a demo account. We do have a demo account right here. In this demo account, we could clearly see the workspace. It comes to the dashboard of the recruiter gives the recruiter how many jobs they are working on, how many applications they've received, if they have any jobs they have to post, maybe they have draft jobs, and based on those, it tells them. So it automatically comes, you don't have to filter them, it automatically filters into those pods based on the kind of jobs. You could see all of them. It goes into each pod. For example, here, AWS Elite, 4 candidates have applied here. You could easily just check and see who are the 4 candidates based on qualification, top candidates, medium candidates. Pick whichever one you want to pick. You do have their ATS score, and you could, based on what you could do, you could generate an interview kit for them, ask them a couple of questions, qualify them, and then get them to go. So one thing you want to do is this your workspace here. Workspace and dashboard are basically the same thing. It tells you what's going on within your job dashboard, what's happening. And then we do have emails that come in and go. So this is your emails based on people who are emailing you. You could have a chat with them right here. And based on that, you could either reply, forward, whatever you want to do. We do have a meeting co-pilot here. Our meeting co-pilot helps you do your interviews live. So once you go with your interviews here, you join the call. Once you join the call, it transcribes the call and gives you a report. So you don't have to write a different report. You just transcribe the call. It gives you a basic report. You could schedule based. You could look at what you have for the month, what you have for the day, and what you have for the month, for the week, and like that. And you could equally schedule different calls. You could schedule your calls here based on availability things. You could have add your link, Zoom link or Google link, whichever link you want to use for your call or team meetings or Google Teams. You put in here save. You schedule your call. You have your settings options here where you could add or remove your calendars. So the co-pilot actually helps you with many things. So the interview co-pilot, so you have the sales. Let's say you want to conduct discovery calls with your clients. It helps you do the client. It records it, writes a report, gives you hints on how to close a deal, how to conduct a discovery call. So it's going to help you here. And based on that, you put in the prospect's name, the company. Based on that information, you could easily manage a discovery call. So those are the two options. But before then, you want to add into memory what your company does. You want to build your memory, your website, your document, so that when you're doing a discovery call, the system understands where you're coming from, your offer, your closing deals, and how to handle objections when they do come in. So you have that right there. You have your jobs board that you're managing. We saw this before. You have the job boards that you want to connect to. You want to either post these job boards or figure out what's going on with them. It's going to help you out. They have the candidates right here. These are your candidates that you manage within your portfolio. You manage your candidates. It's for the entire company. You could search any candidate. They have a CRM right here that manages the entire thing. They have the global sourcing. Let's say you're looking for a specific resource. You could just type the resources. It's going to search it for you on LinkedIn, on every job board, and you can write them in a campaign. You can now reach out to them in a campaign. Now, you have a campaign right here. You do have a campaign. You could build a campaign for your team. This campaign automatically manages your jobs, runs the email sequence, and you don't have to do anything. And you just get the replies. It runs the email sequence, reaches out to your potential candidates automatically, and they may reach out to you, so you don't have to manually do that. And then you have your sending domains where you set up which domains you're going to be used to sending up. You don't want to probably use your own domain. You could set up your own domain, verify it, and use it. And then you have your offers right here. The offers you're creating, new offer is put in the kind of person, the name, and they generate here. Once you generate or create an offer, it's going to help you. They have the co-pilot right here based on some of the tools you're using, based on what you want to do. You could use a co-pilot. I have real-time access for this candidates pipeline job posting. You ask anything about your candidates pipeline or any practice. Another option that I have is a workflow. So you could create a workflow with the rules based on certain things. For example, all candidates that apply for this job, they should go to this pool. You could create the rule like that. So if you are receiving 100 applications, 100 automatically are filtered for you. You could create a rule, trigger that rule, and it's going to work like that. And then you could see your reports, your analytics, your compliance, your integration, and stuff like that. So you want to see your connections. You could either connect yourself to Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and then you could give access to your team based on you put in their email and you put in their title, what they're responsible for. You could see your owner, recruiter, whatever they have access to, you want to give it to them at this level. You see what they have access to. Here you have. And they have add-ons that you want to, if there's anything you want to add on, you can always add on these things that you could add on as time goes on. Then the billing, you could always check your billing, whichever plan you're managing, you're going to see right there. And then you have your recruiter copilot, you have your intake, you have your branding right there, your logo, your API, integration with different tools, and your emails, you set them up right there. So this is, it gives you a guide, equally has multiple languages that you want to work with. So it has language profile, French, English, Portuguese, whichever you want to do. So do that right there. This is simple rundown of the Jobs AI Enterprise. There's a lot to it that works very well. And the moment you start using it, start seeing a lot of its potentials. Hope this has been a very helpful demo to show you how Jobs AI really works. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.